Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Ferguson and this is Move It or Lose It, and today I'm going to be talking about hip strength. The hips are the key to so much. It affects the spine above them as well as the knee, ankle, and foot joints below them. Hip strength is important for pretty much everyone, but especially runners, anyone with lower back pain, knee pain, or foot pain. The first step to hip health is to stretch the hip flexors, which I do have a video on and I urge you to watch after this. But the second part is hip strengthening. So today I'm going to be dividing my workouts into 3 separate videos. So they're going to be without weights, with resistance bands, and then with weights. The muscles we're going to be working on today are a lot because there's a lot of muscles in this whole system, but some of them are glute maximus, minimus, medius, quadratus lumborum, the TFL muscle, the hamstrings, and the quads. The core is a huge part of how the hips work and hip health, but that's enough for a whole other video. So today I'm just going to be sticking to hip strength. Okay, getting right into it, we are doing leg lifts to the back. So my leg is going out right behind me and my glute is staying contracted through the whole motion, and I don't really rest my leg on the ground. And we're doing each exercise for 45 seconds in this video. If you have an issue with balance, please remember to have a chair nearby to hold on to. Or if you don't have an issue with balance, try and challenge yourself. So switching to the other side, and my sock fell down. So other leg, the exact same thing. My leg is coming out right behind me. My glute is staying contracted through the whole motion. With all of these standing exercises, your standing leg is also working the hip, so it is going to be quite tired and sore, even just at the end of doing this once through. So try and do the whole thing if you can. All right, and now we're switching to 45 degrees out on the original leg, so in my case, the left leg. So the exact same motion, glute contracted through the whole motion, but we're doing 45 degrees out from the body. So switching to the other side, so the right leg 45 degrees out from the hip. And remember with these exercises to not go with momentum and not swinging the leg up there and bringing it down really fast. Slower is better, slower is harder. And remember to keep that glute contracted even when you're at the bottom of the motion. Okay, now we're going to be switching back to the original leg, but straight out to the side. So this one is going to work more of the quadratus lumborum TFL muscles. And this is also one of the muscles that's working really hard, keeping you standing up on that standing leg. So this is going to be a little sore. And I'm switching to show you the angle. So notice that my torso isn't doing a lot of wiggling. I'm not using my abs to get my leg up, I'm using my hips. Also, through these exercises, you might not want to wear socks or to wear sneakers, because this whole video I am regretting wearing socks. They're a little too slippery. And switching to the other leg, a little wiggle to wiggle it out. So straight out to the side, challenging balance and coming up with the hip and not so much the abs. Make sure your foot is planted and your toes wide to give you a nice base of support. If you need to modify, you can take a little rest at the bottom or plant your foot. And now we're going to be switching into squats. So get into your squat position, so feet hip width apart or a little wider, knees pointing out a little bit, you're spiraling your thighs out and going down with your butt. So butt first, making sure your torso is the same angle approximately as your lower leg. Don't need to pay so much attention to whether or not your knees are over your toes, just making sure that your knees don't hurt when you're doing this motion. At the top of the squat, remember to squeeze your butt in with a little pelvic thrust right at the top. And if you can, challenge your range of motion and go down as low as you can. As you can see through this exercise, I'm going lower and lower. And now we're doing boats or back bows. So there's 3 different ways to modify this. So I have my hands under my shoulders approximately, and I'm lifting up through my hamstrings, butt, and back. And this is the second challenge. So to have your arms in a Y position and making sure that your chest comes off the floor, just like your knees and your quads are doing. And then this is the hardest version, so arms straight out in front of you. Make sure to pause at the top of the motion, and if you really want to challenge yourself, don't rest at the bottom, and do a pulse at the top for 45 seconds. Thank you for watching my video on hip strengthening without weights. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please subscribe to get more updates on stretching and pain-free living.